WCTV has been in business for 70 years, and whether it be online, on air, no matter what, this is the most ridiculous shot in the history of eyewitness news.
But it's great. Happy Halloween, friends.
The unicorn Alison Posey,
yes.
The Minnesota Miracle Man, Ryan Kelly here.
Yes, I'll say this. Halloween is my favorite holiday. So
I couldn't tell.
You can't tell. So I was going to go all out.
You're over here.
I'm over here.
Yeah,
I was going to go all out for this because, like, come on, man. It's Halloween. I have one chance to wear a blow-up unicorn costume on air. We're doing this. Let's go.
All right. As much as we want to sit here and have some fun, we have a man who's got some very, very important time because his time is very important. And
yes.
Of course it is when you're a region champion. The 64th Wintersville Classic tonight, a victory for the Valdosta Wildcats. Let's bring in the victorious head coach of VHS, Shelton Felton. Coach, first off, man, congrats on a huge, huge win. No, that one felt good.
Thank you. It felt really good, and go Cats.
As simple as that, go Cats.
Right off the bat.
You know, Coach, what was the message this week? Because there's so much emotion behind this game. You hear it from school, you hear it from the community. How do you keep the guys focused? What did you tell them this week? Because this was a huge game for you guys.
Well, what we tried to do is just stress all week long, just focus on us, focus on the game plan, focus on playing lines and what they do, and not the outside stuff. If you win and play your butt off, the outside stuff will take care of itself. But we got to be focused and be one day at a time, one step at a time.
Coach, Lowndes ends up taking a 13-7 lead in this game. This was a back-and-forth game. It was a physical affair for your team to go out and dominate the final 24 minutes, put their stamp on this, get that field goal at the end. What does that say about the resilience of this team?
It says a lot about this team. These kids have been fighting since day when I got here, and a lot of them played early, young. But we talk about we're gonna plant our feet and not flinch. They're great. They're a really good team. They're going to make plays. When they make plays, we're going to back each other up and come make another play. And it's a three-phase game. We're going to win this together, not individually, but we're going to win it together. And that's my message to them, and play Wildcat football.
Coach, again, with so much on the line, how proud are you of this team that they were able to keep that focus and, like you said, really play well in all three phases of the game and get the win?
I'm very proud of them because we took a tough loss beginning of the season. Everybody counted us out, but we rallied together and we tightened the reins. We talked about take that emotion and know that feeling. And we talked about the halftime. Remember the feeling and motion. So let's bow down, let's play together and go play together. And I'm proud of these kids. We didn't point fingers or nothing. We played together as a team, complete team.
Coach, we talked about it on the show, whether it's you guys, whether it's second or third place from the county or from Moultrie. This is as good of a region as it gets in high school football. And after playing a schedule against this region, how much do you feel like it prepares you for the postseason, no matter who ends up on the other side of the bracket?
I mean, this region is talented from top to bottom. Physicality is unreal. It's a bunch of great coaches. I think it prepares you for the playoffs or anything you're going to get. The bad part about it, you get beat up and injuries, but that's part of the game. But I think I put our coaching up against any region from offensive, defensive, special teams. So I think it prepares you in all phases for the playoffs.
Coach, speaking of that momentum, how ready are you to get into the postseason and show everybody what this team is made of?
Well, I'm going to enjoy this one first.
Not too long, though, right?
Well, hey, there is no game next week. The 24-hour rule doesn't apply when you win the Wintersville Classic last week.
The 24-hour rule, and then we're going to be ready to get in the playoffs. The best part about it is being at home.
Yeah.
Just the opportunity to play at home for our fans. And, you know, last year we had to travel to Atlanta back-to-back. That's kind of, that's tough. But just the ability to at least try to get 2 rounds at home to give us a shot to advance each round, that's what you want.
Coach, having this bye week too, how beneficial is that to have that extra week to game plan?
I think it's great. It gives you opportunity to heal, first of all, and to calm the kids down like from a big win, to get them back down and to earth. And it gives you an opportunity to plan and get ready for the next opponent and be able to scheme. It gives you time to work on things that you still need to work on, but at the same time work on the opponent. So this week is off week is huge for us.
Coach, this is the second straight year that Week 12, the guys in crimson were the opponent. Do you like playing the Classic final week of the season?
I mean, fan-wise, it's great. So coach-wise, no. I mean, it's a great opportunity. They love it, and we love playing in it. It's big for our community on both sides, and it's something we have to do, and I love doing it. I mean, the crowd was unreal tonight. The game was sold out on Wednesday. So, I mean, it's part of it, but we enjoyed it.
And you talked about it a little bit earlier, man. Having this bye week now, if you are going to play this Week 12, just how vital is that after coming off this huge emotional roller coaster? Rivalry games are huge no matter what age you're playing them at, but when you're talking about 16, 17, 18-year-olds playing in a game in front of 12, 13, 14,000 people, how nice is it to now have this bye week and kind of inhale, exhale, and now focus on the task at hand?
Oh, it's big because it allows you to reel the kids back in and give them that 24 hours, 48 hours to enjoy it, but then get them back focused on the task at hand. You know, the task at hand is always win a state championship, and you got to gather yourself and come back to work and work on the fundamentals of the game and to get ready to play the playoffs. So it's really huge. It came at the right time for us.
Coach, I just have one final question for you, and going back to the Wintersville Classic and getting this big win, I know you said you're going to enjoy it for a little bit, let it soak in, but for people that maybe don't know or don't understand, what does winning this game mean to the community and mean for Valdosta to take home the win this year?
It means when the sun rises in the morning, it's going to have a power with a V in it in Valdosta, and it allows the community to have bragging rights for 364 days. It allows people that bleed black and gold to walk around with pride because this game means a lot to this community. It's divided when it comes to this game, and people root for their teams, so it means a lot for this program. For the next 364, we'll have a trophy at Valdosta High School, and we'll have a bragging right to this game.
I love it.
Well, they say Valdosta is the city without limits, and there certainly doesn't seem to be a limit on this Wildcat team. Coach Shelton Felton, Valdosta Wildcats. Blockbuster may be closed, but VHS is never out of style, baby. Congrats, Coach.
Corny. The corniness lives on.
I'm happy to do it. I'm happy to say it.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you. Go Cats.
Enjoy it.
Thanks, Coach. That's Shelton Felton, the victorious head coach of the 64th Wintersville Classic. Before we go in it, I had to look off into space because anytime Adam takes camera 4 and it took everything in me not to die laughing.
It's great. It's a magical costume for a magical game. Wintersville Classic, Lowndes, Valdosta, just a magical night with a magical costume.
We've talked about the victor, talking a little bit about the guys on the other end.
Yeah.
I know nobody in Crimson wants to hear it right now,
No.
but Lowndes is going to be fine.
Yeah.
And just as important as it is for the winner to now have that week to inhale, exhale, Lowndes gets to now shut this out, gets a week to get rid of this and focus on the task at hand, which for them is still very much there as well. Win a 6A state title.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're the 2 seed anyway, so they will get to be at home at least that first week, and maybe if something shakes out, you get to be home that second week of the postseason. But yeah, I mean, this is a game. Listen, it was at Bazemore Hyder, so you're already on the road in a hostile environment. It was a close loss, a close game, which is what it should be. This is what Wintersville should be every year. It should never be a blowout. It should be a close game every year. It was. Lowndes has nothing. I mean, again, I know it doesn't make you feel any better. You know, there's no moral victories coming out of this. But you close this page, you close the chapter, you regroup over the next week, and you get ready for the postseason. They're going to make a deep run too. I'm excited about it.
Overall, no matter who you root for in this great rivalry that means so much to one of our biggest communities, the Valdosta Lowndes County community, however you want to say it, the real folks that you need to be feeling for tonight are the Valdosta State crew that's working right now to flip Bazemore Hyder
for next
for
week.
the Blazers
and it's a
game
1 o'clock
tomorrow
kick,
for a
dude.
1 p.m. Oh yeah, if it was like a 4 or a 7, you could probably
have a little
get
bit
away
of
with it
time
in the morning.
Yeah.
But they're flipping it
1.
tonight. So to all our friends in red and black, salute. I'll see you tomorrow. But we've got a lot more high school football to talk about before we talk about college.
Yeah, we do. We've got a lot of good high school games tonight too. I got my list of games that had some implications too, so we'll get to that as well.
Pretty much every single one.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's about how it got. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the teams in the 10-0 club, and we'll do it after we pay some bills and do some business with you.
Tallahassee Board of Realtors invest hundreds of hours in our community. Local realtors and affiliates raise funds for Boys and Girls Clubs of the Big Bend, Brehon Family Services, and the American Cancer Society's Relay for Life. Clean up local roadways and waterways. Build beds for local kids with SHP. Support Habitat for Humanity. Ring the bell at Salvation Army Red Kettles. Contribute to the Florida Veterans Foundation. And volunteer side by side with you, our neighbors. The Tallahassee Board of Realtors, proudly serving our community since 1935.
All right, Cairo and Westover is the first game we're going to talk about tonight because, as Alison talked about and as we talked about last week, there was so much undue pressure on Cairo after they started 0-2, losing to Thomasville, losing to Thomas County Central, just two state title contenders in their respective classifications. And all they've done since then is roll off win after win after win after win. Last week, a huge victory against Peach County to set up a de facto region championship game against the Westover Patriots. And again, the Makers were tested in this game. They fell behind early 7-0. It was 7-6 at one point, but Cairo kept coming back. They kept coming back. They kept coming back. Teal, Duncan, so many of their star players doing what they need to do to put them in a position to win 22-14 at West Thomas Stadium. First time since 2018 when then Steve Dvorsny's Syrup Makers won themselves a region title. For reference, as hard as it is to believe, my first year on Football Friday Night was the last time that Cairo won a region.
That's crazy.
What's going on here?
I had a costume change.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I decided, I don't know, I'm trying to think of something witty. It was a magical unicorn costume for a magical game.
But
and
now it's a perfect evening?
It's a lion. I'm a lion.
Lions
I'm
are,
like,
lions are cats.
but it's a brave lion for some brave, bold games.
It's not a cowardly lion.
It's not a cowardly lion. And
I
I guess we can talk about
we see what
Leon
Cam
for the
4 looks like? Okay,
lion.
that's not too bad.
All right.
Yeah, go Big Red. Shout out, Leon Lions.
Yeah, that's what I am. I'm the Leon mascot.
There we go.
There we go.
There we go. But hey, while you were busy doing your quick change,
yes,
we were talking about Cairo. What a turnaround it's been for the Makers over these last 8 games. Lots of credit to David Coleman and that staff.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Cairo was a team too at the beginning of the year that we were kind of like, what's going on? And they played a tough schedule at the beginning of the year. Don't get me wrong.
They played 2 teams that are going to contend to win.
100%. So it wasn't like, oh my gosh, Cairo. But you have some questions. But they have put it together. They figured it out, and they look good. I mean, 8-2, region champs. I mean, they haven't won. They've 8 straight wins. It's 8 straight wins.
This win is the big one because it's the one that seals the deal.
Yeah.
But to me, last week, as impressive as they were,
against a Peach County, a very, very
football,
good Peach County
offense,
squad.
defense, special teams, just great stuff from the Makers.
Yeah, for sure. We're super happy with Cairo and what they were able to do. Absolutely.
They will be a factor in 3A, that is for sure. Nothing quite yet in the YouTube chat. Anything on Facebook right now?
Yeah, we've got some comments. Our Thomas County Central contingent, they're in here, buzzing. The Jackets are buzzing.
Yeah, Central, sorry we couldn't get those highlights tonight. That's something we were looking at, but somebody called out sick.
Yes, they were battle tested, but I'll take an ugly win over a pretty loss any day. That's from Lakeisha, which a dub is a dub. It doesn't matter how it looks. You get a win,
Douglas is a tough place to go and win, no matter what sort of
absolutely.
season Coffee's having. And my co-teams, folks in Florida can certainly tell you, it doesn't matter what type of year they're having.
Yeah.
They are going to bring you 48 minutes of HE double hockey sticks.
Yeah, and they locked up the region title last week, too. So it's not like, do we have something to play for? Of course they have something to play for. They wanted to cap off that perfect season, but they had it in the bag last week. They won that region championship last week. So this was just kind of the icing on the cake, per se.
10-0 club, that's all.
10-0 club, halfway. Speaking of, you want to get to another 10-0 club team?
Roll Red Roll?
Roll Red Roll?
Roll Red Roll. Roll Clinch County, Adam.
I could be a Panther. No, I'm a Lion.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I tried.
Lakeland, Georgia.
Yeah.
Lanier County, Clinch. I believe they were looking to make this 28 in a row were the Panthers tonight over their rivals.
Yeah, because it
from
was
Lakeland.
27 straight.
That's
I mean,
impressive stuff.
listen, Jim Dickerson's got this rolling how Jim Dickerson knows how to get a team rolling.
It took all
if we're
of 2
being
years
honest.
for Clinch to immediately return back to the
Yeah.
dominant force they were for so long. And that's not to say Clinch was bad at
No,
all during
they were
that
a
time.
very good football team. But it's something special, man. I mean, if you don't know small town football, take a trip to Homerville and see Clinch County do their thing.
Donald Tyson's a really cool place to watch a football game.
Yeah, it is. I mean, 9-0 entering this game against Lanier County. They get their 28th straight victory over Lanier County. They cap off that 10-0 season. I mean, they sealed up again that region championship last week. But yeah, I mean, just super happy for them. Again, roll, Red, roll.
All right, that's all for the 10-0 club, is it not? Because Bluntstown ends up 9-0 because they don't have a 10th game.
You're gonna put me on the spot.
I think that's it.
Yeah, I think it is too.
I'm almost positive that's it. But not the only games with big implications tonight.
No, we had a playoff game.
We
You want to get to
did
that?
have a playoff game.
Yeah, we did have a playoff game.
SSAA
Yeah.
playoffs
Osceola
in
Christian.
Monticello, ACA, hosting Central Florida Christian Academy. I had to do some fancy abbreviating for the lower third here you're going to see on your screen because we have a character limit. And we were going to well exceed it if I typed out Central.
Central Christian.
Central.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but ACA did ACA things. They went
Yeah.
out, they punched folks in the mouth, they stayed behind their dynamic playmaker, Landon LaRosa. You were there at Warrior Memorial. What did you see?
Yeah, I mean, they scored very, very early in this game. Central Florida Christian came back and scored to tie it, and then this bananas play right here. Whoop! I mean, just they're good, man. They're speedy, they're quick, they're tough. Osceola Christian never has a ton of numbers, but the guys they do have play their hearts out.
But they always stack a ton of
They
numbers
do.
in the win column.
And it was 14-7 when I left early second quarter, and they ended. I think it was 49-13 was the final. I mean, it wasn't even close.
Yeah,
so all the
49-13,
action,
you got it right
all the
over there.
action happened after I left. But yeah, so they're second round bound in the SSAA playoffs. They will travel to Mount Dora Christian next week, who is the 1 seed. So it'll be 4 versus 1. But I'm excited to see what they can do, man. Like, again, this is a team that's playing with a whole lot of. I thought I was going to get wrecked right there. Lord have mercy.
Well, the flag came out anyway.
Yeah,
for the league.
I had to backpedal real quick. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see what ACA can do, and they look good.
It is so great to have the SSAA around, especially for the teams that don't always get this chance, don't always get this opportunity. We have that, obviously, and we've had it for a long time with the GISA, now the GIAA in Georgia. Now to have this, and it's not perfect. I'm not here to tell you it's perfect. I mean, Franklin County had to go punch a school well above its weight class in terms of enrollment in Paxton. But even then, great showing for the Seahawks. They lose 42-30 against a really good, talented team from Jacksonville. But this is such a cool postseason to have, and it's cool to know that ACA is going to have something to say about it.
Yeah, and I mean, and it gives a chance if you don't feel like you can really compete in the rural division. It gives you a chance to still play for a state championship. They will hopefully play for a state championship in a couple of weeks, and it's down at the Villages, which is where the rural state championship is anyway. So again, not associated with the FHSAA at all, just a separate division for these guys to play in.
All right, other big implication games this evening.
No, but we're getting the Taylor County faithful is getting at me.
They're restless.
Yeah, Leon, Taylor County rolls big in tally. They did. The Dogs tamed the Lions. I'm taming the lion. I'm the lion.
Well, there you
tamed.
go. Well, maybe you can wish for some courage for Christmas. How about that?
Oh,
there's an Oz
hey,
reference.
there's one.
All right, let's go out to Bobby Benson Field and let's go to that Leon Taylor game. That's one of the two that I was at tonight. This was a molasses slow first half. Lots of weird penalties, explanations, stuff like that. But Taylor ends up jumping out early. Credit Leon. I know it's been an up and down season for Ricky Bell's squad his first season back, but they fought. They had some chances in this one, but Taylor's athletes in space in the second half end up having something to say about it. However, that's a Play of the Week nominee. Good stuff from both sides, but it is Taylor who ends up with a 9-1 season. That loss to Chiefland, the lone blemish on the resume, 43-28, your final in Leon County at the state's oldest high school.
Yeah, I mean, big win for Taylor County. I'm trying to think of the other games that we had tonight that were. why can't I think? Where else did I go? Thomasville. Thomasville had a huge win.
Yeah, the Dogs
yeah.
trying to put a rubber stamp on what's been a really, really good season.
Yeah.
Overall, though, bell to bell, they dominated this game against
Yeah,
Berrien.
they dominated against Berrien. And, you know, again, Berrien's got a new head coach in Jackson Dean.
And the arrow is pointing up for them, too.
Yeah, it is. This play right here, 80-yard touchdown. I mean, he just, whoop.
I mean, through contact and through the shoestring
it was
tackle there, too.
Yeah, it was 28-0 here. They scored to make it 28-7, but then Thomasville just poured it on after this. Like I said, I mean,
pour it on is K-Rose thing.
There you go. They barked at them.
There you go. There you go.
But yeah, take your pick of touchdowns, man. I mean, they're just Thomasville's good, and you talk about a team that you know they had those 2 back-to-back really close losses. One last week, had a huge confidence boost win last week, and then closed out the season, so they finished 7-3 on the year. But a really good football team who I think we're going to see a lot of make a deep run in the postseason for sure.
Speaking of Georgia and speaking of 1A, how about 1A D2? Let's go to Seminole County. What a magical season it's been for the Indians from Thomasville.
Yeah, I mean, Seminole County, again, just a big win, and they won in the final minute of this game,
It's like a 70-something yard touchdown.
Yeah,
Dylan, if you're
8-1.
listening out there, can you confirm that?
And I mean, we had head coach Cedric Stiegel on earlier this year because they were one of our plays of the week, or
Games of the week.
Games of the week earlier this season, and we had him on in the show after, and he just talked about how everything's kind of come together. It's a group of guys that have stuck with it and have worked hard. 8-1, just super proud of them, giving them something to cheer for in Donaldsonville. 36-32, again, a last minute win over Mitchell County, and that locks in home field advantage for them in the postseason. For the first round.
Hey, Adam, why don't we go to the big board, shall we?
Board.
You can go ahead and do that. I'll move this chair out of the way. So for those who don't know, for those of you who do not know, we have to move the big desk here to get the shot that we have for Football Friday Night now over here on what we call Camera 5. So we have to move it back afterwards, and sometimes it gets in the way of our scores. So we're just going to, oh yeah, it's that chair. Well, it's both chairs. But yeah, we move it out of the way, and we get ourselves a big board.
Hey, there we go.
Oh, I almost tripped. Whoopsie daisy. But yeah, as you can see here, Florida scores tonight. The one that stuck out to us, and we talked about it on the show, AP, right up here.
Yeah.
Gadsden County continuing to show some.
Really happy for Gadsden County, and Steven was on earlier. I don't know why I can't find his comment now.
Our resident Mighty Jag.
Yeah, Steven was on earlier, and he said, how about the Gadsden County getting a big one over Wakulla? We talk about it every week. Gadsden's gone through some things this year, but they have some big wins. I mean, getting that big win over Wakulla, that big comeback win over Florida High. They've been tested, you know. They went through it. They lost a lot of players, but even that, you can't change your schedule. You schedule this hard schedule. You got to get through it. And props to them for closing out the regular season and their season, because they're ineligible for the postseason, but props to them for closing things out strong. 28-20 over Wakulla, a good Wakulla team.
All right, let's talk a little bit about last week's game of the week. Lafayette, that's a really tough loss at Mayo, and for Branford, that's a really great response in Jasper against a Hamilton team that's been playing some good ball.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's a big win. Tough loss for Lafayette, too. You talk about wins and losses. That's a tough loss for Lafayette, really, especially after that big win last week.
Regardless, they will still be more than
they'll be fine.
A home field team come week one
I think
of the rural classification. The real tough loss, though, was on Meridian Road tonight. NFC losing by a point.
And they led that entire game, too, man. And allowed Freeport to come back and win 36-35. Not sure when that touchdown was scored. I have to go back and look. But yeah, NFC led almost that entire game.
How about a winning streak to close the season for FAMU DRS?
Baby Rattlers,
big win
show
for
it
the
up.
Baby Rattlers, 48-30, your final score.
Yeah, we love that. And then on the Georgia side of things, Thomas County Central doing Thomas County Central things.
Again, this isn't the best team that Coach Coe has had in Coffee, but you know exactly what type of war you're in for whenever you play one of his teams regardless. For Central to go out and just put out a workman like 41-17, no big deal. That's huge for them. We still don't have a Pelham score. Dylan is in the station. He's willing to answer the phone if somebody's got the Hornets
Pelham, who
final
won?
against Terrell.
Yeah, Brooks County, bring that hammer.
Brooks County brought that hammer and then
Bainbridge.
Irwin's not one of our teams, but I must say, just as a fan of South Georgia football, I kind of miss Irwin being in the conversation.
I mean,
with
that
French
was
and
every
Brooks
year,
and the rest of
man.
them.
Every year, Irwin County was, they were one of the teams to beat, along with the teams we cover. But it was always somebody we cover and Irwin County, it felt like. And
Chris,
Bainbridge, too.
My mic is loose, Adam, you say? Oh, I think it may be pointed away from me. How about now?
There you go.
Is that better? Okay, yeah, it turned away on my jersey. Baconton Charter shutout win to close their season. But let's talk a little bit about that team in purple and gold. It would have been so easy to throw in the towel, go 0-10, not win a game. Bainbridge went with something to prove in the Albany area tonight. They take down Doherty 28-21, a huge testament to all those guys still playing ball this year.
Yeah, absolutely. We do, Clinch County's in the chat, just talking about who they're going to host the first round of the state playoffs. So first round of the playoffs, for the teams that we know, there's some, that we don't know yet. But for the teams that we do know in Georgia, Valdosta will be at home, Lowndes will be at home versus Collins Hill. Colquitt has to travel to Mill Creek, that's in 6A. In 5A, Central will host Woodstock. In 1A, Single A Division II, Seminole County hosts Washington Wilkes. Clinch County is at home against Chattahoochee County. Brooks County is at home versus Macon County. Early County is at home versus Greene County. Lanier County will hit the road at Taylor County, and Mitchell County will hit the road at Warren County. And again,
A friendly reminder, that is Taylor County, Georgia.
Yes,
they're
they're not
not
traveling to
headed to
Taylor
Perry.
County,
No.
Florida. But that, we talk about that Seminole-Mitchell game, that game is what decided that. So Seminole County gets to be at home against Washington Wilkes. Mitchell County has to hit the road to Warren County. That's why every game matters, man, and that game decided that tonight.
For sure.
And the other divisions, though, so in Georgia, they do it funny. So there's divisions that we know, it's region by region, and then there's divisions where they do the rankings. And that comes out Sunday, I believe at 5 o'clock, because Thomasville is one of those teams. And I was talking to Jeremy Rayburn, their AD, tonight. It comes out Sunday. And it's the same thing in Florida. Jonathan Ferris, when does the bracket for Florida teams come out? It comes out Sunday as well. So we will know in a couple of days where those other divisions in Florida, where they're going to go, or those other divisions in Georgia where they're going to go, and then all those Florida brackets will come out Sunday as well.
All right, tell you what, we're going to pay some bills real quick one more time, and then we'll be back with Play of the Week and no game of the week, but we'll talk about it right after this on OT.
Tallahassee Board of Realtors invest hundreds of hours in our community. Local realtors and affiliates raise funds for Boys and Girls Clubs of the Big Bend, Brehon Family Services, and the American Cancer Society's Relay for Life. Clean up local roadways and waterways. Build beds for local kids with SHP. Support Habitat for Humanity. Ring the bell at Salvation Army Red Kettles. Contribute to the Florida Veterans Foundation. And volunteer side by side with you, our neighbors. The Tallahassee Board of Realtors, proudly serving our community since 1935.
All right, we were already comfortable. We may as well stay comfortable. I've been on my feet all day today. Yeah. I shot the entirety of FSU's homecoming parade. I was with Cam Aaron on Beard Street tonight with the trick-or-treaters at 4, 5, 5:36. I deserve to sit.
I'm sitting on my tail.
I've loved the new setup for Football Friday night and all that.
It's a lot of standing.
But sometimes I just want to sit. I just want to sit.
We'll sit here.
We're gonna.
We need to bring the couch out.
We should bring the couch out.
We should bring the couch out.
Yeah, usually by now we've teased out that Full Court Friday's coming next fall. It's coming back for season.
Next spring.
Next spring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basketball's
well, technically
not
winter.
Winter. Yeah, winter.
Spring semester, but winter.
Do we have a winter in Florida? Georgia?
Man, we had it last night. I was at Chiles Swanee. That thing was cold.
Yeah.
That thing was really,
well, it did snow
really
last January too. So
yeah, we got a, well, not technically in Tallahassee, but it did in a lot of other places.
There was a lot
snowed
of white
in Thomasville,
stuff. Sleet, whatever.
Snowed in Gadsden. Yeah. Wow. It's kind of hard to believe that we've made it to the end of the regular season.
I can't believe it. It just seems like yesterday that we were talking about football season.
You're back on camera 4. You got camera 4.
Oh, we were talking about football season and just how much we wanted it to be here. and how we were making our way around to doing our 2-days previews and meeting all the new coaches in the area. And we were like, gosh, football season's almost here. And now football season is over. Like, what is life, man? Time flies.
It's not over.
Time flies when you're having fun. I know. This is the most fun part of the season, though. So we'll get through next week. We'll have no games next week except Osceola will be on the road, and then Valwood will be at home for GIAA. But other than that, we'll just kind of hang out next week, and then we'll be full swing the next week.
Yeah, no biggie.
We got to do play of the week.
Yeah, we're still going to do a full show, by the way. Next
we
week
will have a
football
full show
Friday night,
and hopefully have some fun features.
We may do that. We may do some stuff similar to what you see here on Overtime as well. So
bring out the couch.
We've got some fun ideas. We should do it from the couch.
We should do it from the couch.
We should do it from the couch.
couch
We're going to do it from the couch. When is the first day for high school basketball? These are things that the sports director at WCTV should probably know. But my brain is mashed potatoes.
Yeah, and Clinch is right. He said next year all classifications will use the postseason rankings.
Which is,
I know.
I don't like.
Yeah, for better or
We
for
may
worse.
feature something about that.
Yeah.
Florida's new proposed postseason next week.
I know. And this is the thing, too, that I loved about Georgia. Because some regions are stronger than others, right? So if you have, like in Florida, I hate how teams knock out each other the second round. So you have two really good teams, and they're going to knock each other out in the second round of the postseason. Versus in Georgia, you have 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's like when we had Brooks and Irwin. They played every year for a state championship, and they were on opposite sides of the bracket. Clinch and Irwin played opposite sides of the bracket, and then would meet every year for the state championship. And it just, and I mean, Brooks had that string too, though. It was, 3 years in a row?
I think.
Yeah. And but what I'm saying is,
they played Dublin in one of those, and I think they played Irwin in 2 of them.
Yeah,
I think
Irwin
you are
in 2
right on that.
But going back, same region. So when in Florida, they would knock each other out the second round, and that sucks. Versus if you have it 1, 2, 3, 4, you can meet in the state championship game, so you have a true state champion. And I hate how they're going away from that, and I've never liked how Florida does it. So we'll see. So I don't know how everybody else feels about that. Stephen Knight, again, I'm just proud of the way the Jags remaining players and coaches persevered this season. Their season is looking good for next year. Thank you for covering our team this year. Of course. Again, we've said we're proud of them too. We're really happy with the way that they responded. We're able to close things out.
I don't know whose pillow that is, but I probably should have just let that be front and center in the shot in this chair.
It was a close-up.
Yeah, it's an anchor who will remain nameless.
Play of the week.
Tell you what, before we do that, I had to walk over and get this. Just a little inside baseball thing. If you've never seen one of these before, you can get in close on that, Adam. This is not on.
Here, I'll hold it.
Here, I got it. This is our prompter remote. See, it's got kind of like one of those little volume dials. This is how we
so weird.
Move the prompter back and forth. The further it goes, the faster it goes. So if you ever see someone,
magic.
I was gonna say, if you ever see someone slip up on a script like with a name, it's because I moved this too fast.
Yeah.
If Allison screws up, it's my fault.
Yep.
So, anywho, we're moving it now. We've got the prompter up. You want to do plays of the week?
Yeah, and then I want to do one more thing after play of the week.
We'll do play of the week, and then we'll talk something else. It is Halloween after all. But before we talk about that, let's talk about Berrien. Let's talk about the Rebels, and let's talk about Jerrion Brown, because this catch and touchdown against Thomasville.
And these are our final 3 plays of the week of the year.
Yes, it is. He's going to get this ball, and then I don't know how he Houdini's out of those 2 dudes and then breaks that shoestring tackle, but he does it. Again, Bulldogs with a big win tonight, but Berrien, they show some signs of promise.
Yeah, they do. And again, like half of that team are freshmen. I mean, they're young. Clinch County, Travis Miller going up for the touchdown. That was a sick catch, man. Roll, Red, roll.
Roll, Red, roll to 10-0. Roll, Big Red, Micaiah Wilson. That was an incredible catch. In the air against his body.
3 really
well defended. Look at Riley Bell. We love an AD who's supportive of his
guys.
He's
in it, man.
Right there.
He's ready to suit
celebrating.
up again.
I had to get this on my phone because of some issues I was having with my camera tonight, and even then, they came right to me. Good stuff. It's Taylor who gets the win. It's still Leon with an awesome play.
My rant about the rankings, Clinch County responded. It benefited us, though. I mean, it did. Yeah, it did.
Not wrong.
It worked out then, but again, just always like the way that Georgia does it better. I don't like the playoff, the ranking.
I don't either. Especially because in Florida we don't know the formula.
Yeah, and that's a thing too. For all our Georgia viewers, we don't know the formula.
You would know the 13 herbs and spices of Kentucky Fried Chicken before you would know how that formula ranks out in Florida.
You want to get to our final thing of the night?
Let's get to our final
This is hard-hitting stuff right
This
here.
is hard-hitting stuff.
This is make or break. This outweighs everything we've done all year.
Camera four. We need this serious. We need this focused. We need it ready to roll. Allison's ready for her close-up to ask the tough questions, people.
What is your favorite Halloween candy, and what don't you like?
There was a very Fred Rogers quality to that. There was like this frankness, but this warmth to it. That was, I don't know how to describe that, but that was impressive.
That was impressive.
That was impressive.
MVP of Halloween candy, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
But specifically,
the pumpkins.
No.
No.
No. Specifically, the miniatures and the foil.
Yeah, the miniatures and the foil, yes.
And here's why, and I feel like we had this conversation last year. There's something about the miniatures and the foil that has the perfect peanut butter to chocolate ratio of all Reese's cups.
It does. But
it's perfect.
But the pumpkin has like more. The pumpkins are so much more rich. It's the same with like the Christmas trees at Christmas.
So, there's the Reese's Oreos and the Oreos Reese's.
I still haven't had them.
We may have to go to the convenience store up the road and grab those because I know they have them there.
Okay.
That may have to happen once we're off the air here while we're doing stuff for the morning show.
Hard-hitting journalism.
The hard-hitting journalism you expect from WCTV Sports.
Jonathan Ferris, my favorite candy is Hershey chocolate bars. Can't go wrong with a good old Hershey chocolate bar.
You can't go wrong with a good old Hershey
Kit
chocolate bar.
Kats, love Kit Kats.
I got to tell you what I love. It's not a Halloween candy per se. You can get it in the green supermarket where shopping is a pleasure.
Why are you doing
because
that?
if they want to pay us money, then they can be a part of this show. But in the meantime, I'm just going to make light allusions to these supermarket chains.
All right.
If you go to the international foods aisle, and you go to the British food, and British food, I get it, not a smiled upon thing, but the Brits do chocolate right because they have this bar called a Galaxy bar. It's a Galaxy chocolate bar. I don't know how you make a smoother Dove bar.
But it's smoother than Dove?
It is just
that's rich.
Smooth milk chocolate.
I'll say
but that's the thing, it's not even like rich. It's not like this, this is too rich for me. There's a sweetness to it that American, I guess,
because it doesn't have all the fake stuff in it, probably.
It is so smooth. And apparently, I may have this backwards, but apparently in America, we use spoiled milk more often than not for our milk chocolate. And the Brits do not.
Really?
Because I believe Hershey's technically.
I'll tell you this. So when I've gone overseas to Europe, European Kit Kat bars, chef's kiss. So much better.
Oh, well, there's
so
European, the Asian ones are great too.
Yeah, so much better.
Because they've got all the wild flavors. You can get those at like a market of the world. But you can get those there, and they've got all sorts of wild flavors. I like, and I've noticed this while I have been calorie counting, shall we say, at times during this year, more looking at carbs. Hershey's makes this thing called Lily's chocolate, and it's more like sugar alcohol, so like some of the sugar substitutes that aren't necessarily carby or blood sugar impacting, at least not as much. I'm sure someone will debate me on the science of that. I don't care. I just know that it's a really good alternative, and I quite liked it. So I like to sneak them in the movies. I don't know what else to tell you.
All right, so those are the best candy.
Worst. Well, we've only talked about chocolate.
Okay, well, that's my...
I get that, but...
if I had to pick a non-chocolate...
A good old-fashioned Sour Patch Kid.
I don't like sour.
Well,
I don't like anything
that's
sour.
A you
it's
problem.
Unfortunate.
That's a you problem.
You know what chocolate candy I do like, though, too? Kind of underrated? The York peppermint patties.
Yeah, I got to be in the mood for one.
Yeah, they're good.
And a good old Snickers will get it done, too. Particularly
love
Snickers almond. I like Snickers almond specifically.
Yeah.
Have you had Snickers pecan, actually?
No. You're very eccentric with candy. I'm boring. Just give me a Reese's.
Oh, I
or like M&M's, peanut M&M's.
Listen, at this point, we're splitting hairs.
I know.
Almost all chocolate is good.
Yeah.
Except Almond Joy.
Almond Joy.
Almond Joy and Mounds are trash.
Yeah, trash.
They're trash.
My husband really likes Mounds. I found that out today.
Ugh.
When we bought our Halloween candy,
Ugh.
he was like, I'm going to take some of the, because you pick out the good candy, so the kids don't get them when you hand it out. And he picked out like all the mounds. I'm like, who are you? Non-chocolate candy, gummy, like anything gummy. Cherry specifically. Has to be cherry.
I like Haribo gummy bears.
Yeah.
I also like around Halloween, Haribo makes these gummy bats that are sour.
Yeah, ooh,
they're
not
really
sour.
good. They're
Not
really
sour.
good. Particularly the big ones are okay. The mini ones that sometimes end up around our office are excellent. They're
Yeah.
so good.
I was going to say, if you are on a diet or you're trying to eat healthy, don't ever step foot in a TV newsroom.
Don't do it.
We have a box of
Don't.
crumble cookies on the counter.
Oh yeah, there is a box of crumble
Yep.
cookies.
There's been a thing of candy for a week or two up on the digital desk.
Then again, our newsroom's savages. Like anytime I try to go there, it's, all that's left is Whoppers.
This guy.
I don't like Whoppers.
This guy brought a whole box of donuts in the other day.
I did. There's
Yeah.
a local joint in Valdosta that I went by for the first time. Again, I know some folks will know where I'm talking about. Had never been, went there. Owner was fantastic.
Did you ask
Staff
who
was
they wanted to win for
fantastic.
Wintersville?
I did not.
Missed an opportunity.
I did not. We had to be neutral. We had to
Yeah,
be.
we had to be neutral.
You got to be Switzerland at the donut
Yeah, we
shop.
do. We do.
Chocolate cake donuts were out of this world. Frosted chocolate with peanuts. It was really, really good. Adam is showing us the time.
Yeah, I think
On one of
he's
these,
telling us time
think.
to go.
Are you trying to signal us something, Adam?
Yep, time to go. Okay, thanks, Frank.
He's just letting
He's
us know
ready to
what
go
time it is. Yeah, Adam's ready to go home. Honestly, I got to wake up early and go to Basemar Hyder.
Yep.
Because I got to go to the
Yep.
Blazers. I'm going to try to do the double tomorrow, meet you up at Doak Campbell.
Yep.
Because primetime kicks are great, except
Not friendly for 11 o'clock shows.
yeah, except for when you're trying to get post-game
Yeah.
and also do a live shot.
Yep.
That's a bit of a toughie. So I'm going to be there. I will get post-game, hopefully after the Knowles get back on track and knock off the Demon Deacons.
We can
of
only
Wake
hope.
Forest.
Let's go.
Of course, huge game for them, huge game for the FAMU Rattlers
Yep.
taking on the Jackson State Tigers. Here's hoping for a heartbreaker
Clean
for
sweep, right?
Jackson this year.
Clean sweep.
I've had a gut feeling.
But our state gets a
I'll
win.
go on record. I've had a gut feeling since like Monday this week that we've got a 3-0 for the NCAA teams this weekend. That Florida State wins, FAMU wins, Valdosta State wins. Doesn't matter what colors you wear, you are happy by this time Saturday night.
Let's do it.
Gators have anything to say about Georgia tomorrow?
I sure hope so.
I'm interested in that. I'm interested in that. I ran a preview of the Dogs on Wednesday and the Gators, and you could tell Kirby Smart was saying there's going to be some new wrinkles in U.S.
Yeah,
offense.
and new wrinkles, and I'll tell you this too. When a team, they haven't played since Billy Napier got fired. When something like this happens with a team, you either sink or you swim. So we'll find out today really, if Florida sinks or if they swim.
We most
I'm
certainly
interested
will.
to see how they respond to all this.
To
A lot
any,
of adversity.
to any
against
Dogs or Gators watching this, we're really sorry that we can't go to Florida, Georgia, because every single year, it never fails, Halloween weekend, FSU, FAMU, and VSU. Even if it's the only weekend all year they're at home, they're all at home, they will all be at home.
One more thing,
happens without
non-football related.
Softball.
Go Lanier County. Bring home a state championship. They play in the state championship game tomorrow. They're undefeated at the tournament. Only have to win once. They have to be beat twice. So bring it home, Lady Dogs. Let's go.
Bring it home, Lady Dogs. They're used to winning on the diamond. In
They
Lakeland.
are. They're good.
They are very much used to it. Good stuff. That is your season finale of WCTV Sports Overtime. Just football Friday night from here on out. But thank you so much for
been
joining
great.
with us, talking with us all year. And who knows, we may hop in and do a special edition every now and then. But regardless, it'll be a different looking FFN next week with so few games. But make sure you're with us. Until then, have a great night, everybody. Happy Halloween.